Peace, Dyers. We are here. DiehardKnicks at the half. Yeah, man, I'm still watching the game. About 17 seconds left. It's a tough one for the Knicks, 67 to 55. You know, a couple things, man. As you can see, the box score is there. Reggie Bullock got 17 points, man. So that 17 should be RJ Barrett, But luckily, somebody got hot, So else this would be a really disgusting game to be looking at. We'll be probably down by like 20 right now. But it's a game of runs, so you just wait for the Knicks to get their turn. We know that as good as the Brooklyn Nets are scoring the basketball, they don't play defense, man. So if we can get RJ Barrett to get loose a little bit, maybe let a bunch of guys, man. We just gotta let it fly. We don't score, so that's the one of the main things that really pisses me off about our Knicks, man. Is that we can't score. But the guys that do score on the team, they don't look for the shot half the time. We complain too much about, not we. A lot of players, a lot of people or fans and stuff like that. They complain about, Emmanuel quickly not passing the ball. You know what I'm saying? But he's the one that needs to shoot. RJ Barrett, they want him to. Some guys were saying that he should play point. But he's the one that needs to shoot. It's just crazy. Julius Randle is laboring right now. They keep throwing DeAndre Jordan at him. Different big bodies and stuff at him, and he's not really good with length, man. Julius Randle doesn't really jump off his legs too good. I feel like he's a little bit too heavy. But that's his game. He's a facilitator, stuff like that. So he's playing off of everybody else. So he's going to get his things. But once you got a Julius Randle and you're giving him the ball to go one-on-one to the basket, that's where you create problems. It becomes the old Randle of last year, where you're forcing him to do stuff. I believe he did like a spin move coming across half court one time with Bullock standing right there next to him. So it's kind of messy and stuff there, man. But I got Sim here. What's going on, Sim? How's it going?
What's going on, man?
Chilling. Just venting a little bit about this beginning of the game. What you think about the first quarter?
The first quarter?
Yeah.
What was the end? What, we were down 35 to 30 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
And then we started off playing well, hit some shots. We got a little bit stagnant a little bit in there, somewhere in there, in that first quarter. And then, Brooklyn scoring off that screen and roll with ease, you know what I mean? And I feel like we're not getting enough team defense, on that screen and roll. When James Harden or Kyrie Irving is running a screen and roll with either DeAndre Jordan or Jeff Green, look, Kyrie Irving and James Harden, they put too much pressure on you coming off that screen, right? So they come off the screen, and I know people are blaming Nerlens Noel and they're blaming Julius Randle, but realistically, it's not their fault coming off of that screen and roll, because James Harden and Kyrie Irving put so much pressure coming off that screen and roll. They gotta help out. If they don't help out, they're scoring. So when they help out, that person that's rolling, somebody else gotta help out and stop that person from rolling to the basket. You know what I mean? And force Kyrie or James Harden to kick it to the person that to the offensive player that helped out on the roller. That's the only way. You're not going to be able to just show, like you seen one time, I think it was maybe DeAndre Jordan got a dunk at the basket. And RJ Barrett, he showed just a little bit, kind of jabbed his foot because he was scared that Joe Harris was out there. But you can't do that. You got to get over there and you got to stop it from happening before it gets there, because we're getting killed in that screen and roll. We've seen Jeff Green live off of that screen and roll with a bunch of floaters. DeAndre Jordan, a couple of dunks with that screen and roll. We'll continue to get killed with it, man. And then I think Tibbs made a huge mistake when at the top of the second quarter, when he came back out with all subs on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, man. I see Andy said he's mad at that, man. What the hell was he thinking with that? It's something. It's just that's just mind-boggling for me.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's been something that I've said all season long, that this team, we just don't have enough talent to play, in my opinion, without having one of RJ or Julius on the floor. I really think you always need to have one of them on the floor. Obviously, there's been times when our bench has played well and has outscored teams. But right now, when you don't have Derrick Rose, who can be a starter, I mean, so he's basically a starter that plays with the bench. You don't have that. So I think you got to have Julius Randle or RJ out there on the floor, one of those guys out there at all times on the floor. Because you notice with the Nets, it was either James Harden was running with the second unit, and then they came back with Kyrie and Jeff Green and DeAndre Jordan.
So what do you think Tom Thibodeau was thinking, man? Because usually he'll play guys 40, 50 minutes, 60 minutes in a 48-minute game. You know what I'm saying? But today he takes out the whole starting lineup and got like that's just because I mean when he did that, it's like the whole floor fell out and everything that we was trying to do. The defense went flat, and then that's when they caught the lead. Because
and it was like he didn't even So at the end of the first quarter, you had you had Taj Gibson and you had Burks out there, right? And then he came in with Frank Ntilikina and Obi Toppin, and Reggie Bullock was a starter, still out there to defend James Harden. But you needed an offensive guy out there, that can score, because Burks ain't getting it for you, and he hasn't been getting it for you for a while. You know what I mean? He hasn't really been. I mean, he's had a couple of games, but he's just not consistent enough. I don't know what he was thinking. I guess he thought maybe Burks could hold his own, but I mean, as soon as that group got on the floor, they went on a straight 10-0 run. Next thing you know, or 12-0 run or something like that. Next thing you know, they were down 17. It was a 5-point game, then they were down 17, just like that.
Yeah, we can't really do that against a team like this, man. Well, maybe he was thinking that he had Quickly coming off the bench or something. That maybe he got confused. That's what he normally does. He'll put in Quickly and say Rose or whatever off the bench to give them a little scoring boost. But the opposite happened, man. What do you think about starting on Quickly? Do you think that was a good thing?
It's really hard to say because Quickly, I don't know how many he had in that first quarter, how many points he had in that first quarter. So it's hard to say because, he could have started Frank and maybe still only been down 5 and then had Quickly come off the bench, or Quickly probably would have came off the bench earlier. He would have came off the bench at about 6 minutes. It's really hard to say if Frank had been starting, would the score have been the same? The issue, of course, is, you don't have Quickly to come off the bench and provide that boost for you, which is another reason why he should have said, okay, I don't have Quickly providing a boost. Let me make sure that I keep one of my top scorers out there on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I do understand that they needed a little bit rest. But that's where, in my opinion, you can sub a little earlier. So you say, okay, when I bring Burks in, I'm going to bring him in for RJ, or I'll bring Obi in for Randall maybe a little bit earlier than usual while RJ is still out there, Quickly is still out there, Nerlens Noel is still out there, and maybe you hide them just a little bit for 2 or 3 minutes, and then you come back in with Julius Randle.
Yeah, man.
Run with those guys or something like that.
What do you think about this? What Camila was saying here about Knox for Obi?
You know what I think about it. I'm all for it. Put Knox out there instead of Obi, man. I'm all for it. Put Obi on the bench. He's not giving us anything.
Nothing at all. He's not putting the ball on the floor. He's just like people get on me in the chat and stuff like that when I say you need to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's like Frank Ntilikina, he had a good strip against one of the guys today, which was good. But like if you're gonna be that guy that's gonna be the defender, you need to scratch somebody, poke somebody in the eye, hit somebody in the groin, something. You gotta hurt somebody out there, be vicious, if that's what you're gonna be. But to add Obi out there, if you're a big man, you're a high flyer, this, that, and the other, you need to make that known out there. You need to put bodies on somebody to get yourself a little free so you can get those lives, whatever you need. Or if that jump shot is not working, you got to do something to put the ball on the floor to get yourself active, man. He's just kind of just going through the motions out there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's only so many corner air balls I can take from Obi, or wing air balls I could take. At the very least, Kevin Knox can provide some 3-point shooting from the corners.
Yeah, especially if that's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody to hit a corner 3. So put somebody in there that can hit the corner 3. Stop forcing Obi to be that guy. If you got Knox that is that guy,
Right, because he's not giving us anything else. He barely rebounds. He doesn't really rebound well. He's not a threat offensively. Every once in a while, he'll get a little, someone closing out on him, and he'll take a step in and pull up a mid-range jump shot. But for the most part, he's not giving you much.
Yeah, he runs like my 5-year-old too, man. The guy runs like he got like Bambi legs, so I don't know what's up with that guy.
And for the people that's out there, I'm not hating. Listen, I like Obi Toppin, but he's not giving us nothing right now. So that means you got to, put him on the bench like anybody else.
Yeah, man. Anything distracting you on this screen there?
I see you got your lady up on the screen.
Yeah, she's not distracting you, is she?
Nah, I think she's distracting you though, man.
Oh, man she's bad. Man. I love hearing her voice when she right now she's calling the game with Mike Breen, man. Oh man, she does it for me, bro. I tell you.
You better hope the wife ain't listening in, man.
Yeah, she already told me about it, man. I don't care. I'm risking it all for Doris Burke, man.
You're risking it all, man. Oh man, don't do it. Don't do it.
So, what's the keys to winning this thing, man? What do you think?
Man, one I think is a better rotation. I think that's one of the keys. A better rotation. I don't want to see all subs in the game. We can't do it. You notice when those starters came back in, they were able to, claw back in it, from down 18 or whatever to now only down 12 at the half. And I think we're fortunate actually to be down 12 at the half because we're not shooting, what are we shooting? 39% from the field or something like that. They're shooting 60-something% from the field. So we're fortunate to only be down 12. If they can come out at the top of the third, I think the top of the third is going to be important. If they can come out and, maybe rattle off 5 or 6 points, and get it to a 6 to 7 point game, then maybe, then they could be in a tussle for the remainder of the game. I don't think they need to go for it all on every shot down, or else you're going to lead to a lot of fast break points from Brooklyn, and they're going to convert it. When you got James Harden and Kyrie, they're going to convert those fast break points. You know what I'm saying? So I think you got to play smart basketball, get high percentage shots. Hopefully we're going to convert them and continue to try to play tough D, which is hard. But, if they can make some adjustments in the way that they're defending that screen and roll, maybe they can make something happen.
Okay, well, I'm going to make something happen really quick, man, because I don't like you so close to my girl here.
I got to slide over. Okay, there you go.
There you go. There. Can I put my arm around her? There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, man, so just fucking around with you, man. Yeah, but I mean, we kind of playing into the way that we like to play. We like to get into these deficits, where we chip away, and then we finally, instill our will on the other team. But we're not playing some of these other teams. We're playing against a team that has 3, first ballot Hall of Famers on their roster. They're missing one, but DeAndre Jordan and some of these other guys, they're, they can fit the bill in the meantime. Like Jeff Green is doing his best Durant impersonation. So we'll see, man. I believe in our team. I feel like we can still kind of like at least make it a game. We're like basically one run away from making it a game. So hopefully we can pull it out, man. I really want to win this game, man, because maybe it's the hat. Do you think it's the hat? Because I got like a black and gray DiehardKnicks hat. You think I should switch the hat?
Yeah, see that it might be the hat. I didn't even see that. It might be.
Put my regular Die Hard.
Put the blue, orange and blue. You got to put an orange and blue one on.
All right.
Put on an orange and blue one because
I got an orange and blue Die Hard, man.
Yeah, I might have to change. I might have to change this gray sweater too. I had to change this gray sweater. I got on a gray sweater. Maybe put on something blue.
Yeah, I think the blue looks better with my girl Doris. Right?
There you go. It does too. Looks much better. I think she'll like that.
Before we go, man, let me get a little screenshot. You want to smile for the camera too?
Go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go through, motherfucker. There it goes. All right, cool. All right, so that'll go up on the gram a little bit later. Me and my boo.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely a tough one. Because they score so well and so efficiently, right? They're so efficient scoring. And I don't mean just as far as making the baskets and shooting a high percentage, but the way that, who they decide to pass the ball to, when they pass the ball, the accuracy at which they pass the basketball is just efficient. Everything is efficient and on point. It makes it very hard to defend them. Just hard to defend them. And if people thought that they were gonna, people looked at Detroit and like, oh, they didn't play well against Detroit, but that's Detroit. The Knicks are a better team, and they know the Knicks are a better team. Not to mention, it's a hometown rival, so of course they were going to come out ready to play. And we've just got to, we got to work harder than them. We got to muck up the game, and part of the thing with mucking up that game, while Emmanuel Quickly is doing well, he doesn't provide the same grittiness that Elfrid Payton provides. I'm sorry. Yeah. As far as out there, playing defense on Kyrie, and he may not provide, the same outside shooting that Quickly provides, but just some of the toughness on the defensive side of the ball that he provides. Whether or not people think he's the best defender in the world, he doesn't have to be. He provides a lot of toughness, and that's what this team is about. That's what this team is. That's what this team is right now. That's how we win games, through toughness and banging people around. And he helps provide that for this team, and we're missing that.
Yeah, excellent, man. Like I said, I always preach the same thing. We have to hurt guys. We got to instill our will on the team. And Elfrid is definitely a big part of that, like you said. Not just playing defense, but getting to the basket too, because he would drag, Harden and some of these guys, maybe get them off their square, make them play a little bit of defense. Because Quickly is dancing around doing his thing, but that's kind of like easy to guard for somebody that's not really trying to play defense. You kind of like direct them into where you want him to go, and you can play off that. But somebody like Elfrid, with his little methodical, he's gonna drag you to the basket. That type of thing. So just to cause a different look.
A different look, and you see right now, and I don't think Kyrie does this to Elfrid Payton. I'm sorry, but you see the way Kyrie Irving is jumping on Emmanuel Quickly. Right, the one time he got the foul call because he pushed him out of bounds, but he's jumping on him and playing him tight. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he feels like he can rough him up a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. He feels like he can rough him up a little bit. I don't think he doesn't do that to Elfrid Payton or Derrick Rose, obviously.
No, you don't want no smoke. You don't want no smoke with Elfrid, right? Elfrid would throw you into the second row.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, he looks like he bites too, man. It's just crazy looking. Yeah.
So, well, it looks like we're back. Man, that was quick.
It's always quick, man. I feel like I need to calibrate this whole diehard thing.
Right.
Sometimes we be going crazy in here and they say, "Oh shit, the game's back on."
Yeah, right. And just as we speak, Emmanuel Quickly knocks down a 3 to make it a 10-point game, 74-64.
Oh man! All right, let's get out of here, man. We gotta let this orange and blue change his sweater. We gotta do something, man. Get the juju.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm gonna just take it off because I got an orange T-shirt on, so I'm all good.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, man. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, peace. Tune in for what's your name, man?
NBK, man.
NBK, nothing but
all messed up.
Yeah, man. I can see it's a weave.
Messed up.
It's a weave, man. Her weave is driving me crazy, man. So I mean, guys, look out for Nothing But Knicks show. He's doing his post game show.
Post game show. Yeah. All right, man. I'm out of here.
All right, man.
Peace.
Peace.